Okay, this piece is entitled Forbidden Love, the Dream. He once fell in love with a woman he couldn't have. His situation was sketchy, but on this day he was glad. He walked into the foyer and he okay, so Forbidden Love, Part 2, The Dream. He once fell in love with a woman he couldn't have. His situation was sketchy, but on this day he was glad. He walked into the foyer, and as she walked past, he softly touched her hand, and his heart started beating real fast. They would speak for hours and hours, staring into each other's eyes. The scent of her perfume kept him, mesmerized. Her aroma forced the hairs on his neck to stand at attention. His body started to tingle at her beauty and perfection. As she spoke, he listened intently, making sure to understand. She was speaking ever so softly, and he wanted to comprehend exactly what she said, but his mind started to wander. Her aroma was tantalizing, and he was growing fonder. His nature started rising as he inhaled her vanilla scent. Was this a real feeling or something he had dreamt? Her feminine energy was so strong that he rose to the occasion. He thought to himself, me plus you is such a beautiful equation. A bead of moisture fell from his head and his palms started to sweat. He visualized her moaning and becoming extra wet. He raised his hand, pointed his finger, paused just a moment while he stepped away. Hurriedly, he walked to his office so he could find a way to relieve his eruption swirling deep in the seat of his pants. That tingling sensation as he pictured his hands on her ass cheeks. Get a grip, he told himself. Now this is not the time to wander. But her scent and her aura almost took him under. He found himself thinking hard to bring his body under submission. He wanted to get back to listening to her story with intention. He walked back to the space and saw her sitting ever so patiently. He motioned her to continue as he was ready and willing to receive. She looked at him closely and finished telling her story. He reached over, laid his hand on her knee, and in all of his glory, he softly whispered in her ear, your mind is a masterpiece. I am a sapiosexual, and I'm asking you to stop. Please cease. Before I act on these burning feelings I'm having inside. We have grown so close, and I have nothing to hide. He got up and walked away before he succumbed to his passion, because he never wanted to hurt his partner with his transgression. He went to his office and was lost in the thoughts of him and her. He knew what he needed to do, but his mind was a blur. His legs began to shake and his heart beating super fast. He could feel himself falling, and just before he crashed, he opened up his eyes, thought to himself, what does this mean? And in that brief moment, he realized it was just a dream. That is CASSIEKARCH. I am an independent author, and I just want to thank A Space Inside and thank all you lovely people because